It's Week 10 of the 2042 season, and we'll see this team's burner at wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. This should be a good one to watch. Next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
That's caught by Kelly. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I'm sure after he called the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Operating from the gun, Burrell escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their 9th-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Throwing to start the drive. McCord, and incomplete. When you look at this defense, Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, McCord. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Burrell got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Bush trying the middle. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Back to throw. Burrell brought in over the middle by Grant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They toss right side to Bush. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fends him off. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Operating from the gun, Burrell, and he rifles one incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold him to a field goal here, That's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his kick is right there. It's good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. And a quick throw here. That's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 59 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
2nd and 4. He finds his man, complete. That's Greer. So he stopped for no gain. And now it's 3rd and 4. When you look at this defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. In motion left is Rodgers. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Bush. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Burrell. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Here's 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Kelly. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, they stick with Bush. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Bush on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Burrell. Looking middle, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Bush on the toss. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A carry for Greer. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, and that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Murphy. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's Rodgers here with a grab.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. McCord out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw. McCord. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Grant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Burrell. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Burrell. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points,
then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. McCord over the middle. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 4. Going to give to Greer here. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down. McCord able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Off the play fake. McCord. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
2nd and goal from the 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. This is Greer, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. Burrell. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Operating from the gun, McCord. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Greer. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McCord. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Operating from the gun. McCord throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. McCord. He finds his man complete. That's Greer. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. McCord. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Kellen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Burrell. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Looking to throw. McCord. Wide open receiver complete. Big strides. Look at him go. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Throwing to start the drive. Burrell. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They run up the middle with Bush. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Burrell. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he fields it cleanly. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Up the middle they go. Greer. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. McCord. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
That
And
penalty
it takes
is
another
declined.
down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Ooh, with a juke. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll hand it off to Bush. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Burrell. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Burrell. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a toss. Bush to the left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Burrell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Burrell.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Back to throw. Burrell. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw. McCord. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw. McCord. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Greer, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Operating from the gun, McCord. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looking to throw. McCord. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Operating from the gun, McCord. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
2nd and 10.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Burrell. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go again with Bush.
And able to get this to the 31.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try the right side with Bush. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll run it with Bush. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One final shot they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took out the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that is used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team's season.
So for our visitors, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.